Welcome back, everyone, to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. If you are new to the series and you haven't seen any of the episodes up to this point, there's a link in the description that will take you all the way back to episode 1. It is May of 1862. I am looking at the available projects that we have, and we actually have the ability now to enact military education, which is one I've been looking forward to for a while. Each level of this project allows one more military academy to be constructed. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're also going to choose British artillery. That's going to give us access to 12-pounder Blakely, 6 and 12-pounder breech-loading fast and accurate Whitworth rifles, as well as the rapid-firing breech-loading 3-inch Armstrong rifle. That's all going to really help with the available weapons that we have, especially once the Union starts enacting their draft and they go really high on their numbers. So let's go ahead now into our construction queue and see if we can find where we can build this military academy. I currently have 3. I need to okay, so it looks like we already placed them. All right, I didn't realize that. Interesting. So I think I'm going to go ahead and see if we can't take Joe Johnston with the Army of the Shenandoah up here to threaten the Army of Northeastern Virginia. Maybe try to draw off this massive amount of armies that are surrounding Washington and maybe give Lee a chance there. We have just completed another policy, free trade, which is going to help us with European relations, which are super low right now anyway. I mean, that's not going to change until we can get ourselves into late war where we can emancipate the slaves. But for now, I think we're going to have to invest more money to be able to get industrialization 3. We could support Mexican intervention. That will give us another plus 15 to European relations. That might be worthwhile. But let's go to finances for a second. We need to invest there, and then that should allow us to get industrialization 3. There we go. Let's go ahead and look at our new weapons that we have available to us to order here. Let's go ahead and start ordering some 12-pounder Blakeleys. How about 3-inch ordnance? I don't think we can order any of those. Yeah. What else do we have available for import? Oh, Whitworth rifles. Definitely. Those are beautiful, beautiful things. Start ordering some of those up. I don't think there's much else we want to get right now. All the 12-pounder Whitworths, definitely. Let's get some of those. 3-inch Armstrongs. 5 rounds a minute at 2,100 yards. That is beautiful. Okay, and just like that, the Army of the Shenandoah is in contact with the Army of Northeastern Virginia. This would be an opportunity to win. Looks like I would guess it's going to be fought on the Antietam battlefield. We're super close to Antietam. It's possible it could be on the Gettysburg battlefield. We haven't fought any battles there yet, but our first invasion of the North, proper invasion. Let's go. Okay, so we're coming in from the eastern side on the Antietam battlefield. He's already going to be holding the objective, so we're going to have to be on the attack. This is going to get interesting. I don't really know where to expect him. I'd like to try and cross down here around, this is the lower bridge, the Rohrbach Bridge, otherwise known as Burnside Bridge, right there. He may already be covering that, but if not, we may try to cross down here by the Antietam Ironworks and get up on the town side so we don't have to try and cross the Antietam Creek somewhere else. Stay between Antietam Creek and the Potomac River over here. So it appears he's not dug in along the southern part of the battlefield here, so we're going to be able to cross pretty easily, at least get north of town. I guess maybe he's going to be dug in up here somewhere, maybe along the M. Miller Farm, north of the, oh no, he's going to be right in here around the Roulette and Muma Farms, just outside the Sunken Road. So that's where we're going to see him here. Maybe if we get lucky, we can dig in here at the Piper Farm. But we got to wait to be able to bring everybody up. He's got a pretty substantial advantage on me when it comes to morale. So that has me concerned a little bit. 60, almost 67 to my 49. So I've got to be cautious here. Let's find a good spot to bring in the guns. Bring them in right up here, in here. So I advanced up to this position with the whole army, and he pulled back. It looks like he must have been dug in along Antietam Creek, anticipating an attack, maybe across the creek from the east, and that didn't happen, so he's redeploying now. So we'll take our time here. I don't want to get my guys too exhausted advancing, but we're going to be going pretty much uphill here. So let's get up maybe around where the Muma farm is. Here's Miller. So this is Miller's cornfield right here. So we've reached the end of day one. We're on to day two, Battle of Hagerstown. We're going to try to swing around with Loring's division, see if we can't hit him on his right flank right here. He's going to be dug in right along this area here. Oh, he redeployed too. Wasn't expecting that. So he's actually right on my flank over here. So Hayes is going to have to turn to meet that. Let's send Porterfield up here. Brings Zollicoffer right over here. We'll get these guys pinned right here along this road. I'm still going to try to swing Loring around through the Miller farm. I'm a little worried about the Louisiana Tigers. They're dealing with a lot here while we try to bring up the West Virginia boys, who are broken for some reason. I don't know why. I need Zollicoffer to quickly get over here on the other side. Lee's only got 564 men. He's not much help. There we go. Porterfield's fragmented, so he's starting to get them back together here. Yeah, let's bring Jackson up to support them as quickly as we can. We've got them pinned right against the Antietam Creek. Come on, Hayes, you got to hang on with the Tigers. Ah, there he goes. Okay. So Zollicoffer can just move in right there. It's not a good start, but we were dealing with a pretty substantial problem of morale going into this one. Come on, Jackson, get moving. Loring, you too. I'm going to bring Taylor down here. All right, New York Copperheads, you got to do your thing. Alright, Stonewall Jackson's starting to move his division into place now. That's going to help, but these guys are behind some strong defenses, so that doesn't really do me a lot of favors. Let's bring up some guns. Porterfield's never going to be able to hang on. Porterfield was wounded. That doesn't help either. I think we're just in a bad situation from the start with this one. There goes Porterfield. Darn it. Things are going from bad to worse here. Not how I hoped this battle would go. It's going to be tough to dislodge him from this spot that he's dug in over here. Come on, Zollicoffer. You gotta hang on. I have to go right at these parapets, I'm afraid. Which is not how I want to do this. I just don't see a way to win this thing with the way it started. Just lost Holmes wounded. Oh, he's coming out of his fortifications. Excellent. Alright, if we could just get a couple of these guys on his left to break, we might have a chance. That, and we need the Ringgold division to get into position as quickly as possible. Oh, Zollicoffer's lost a lot of men. But things are stabilizing. We've started to push the casualties in his direction a little bit. Alright, there we go. We broke Gross. That helps a lot. Now let's see if we can break the rest of his left and we can maybe start to swing over here. I don't know how long Holmes is going to hold on, though. Come on, Loring, get your men into position. Alright, they've lost 1,000 men. They can't hang on too much longer. Gotta upgrade those cavalry weapons at some point. This is definitely not how I saw this battle going when I started. Come on, he's got to break soon. Oh, there goes Holmes. We could plug Lee in over there, but he's only got 500 men. Come on, Lawton, get up there. Cooper. You know what? Let's mount these guys up and charge in there with them. Then we're going to switch Zollicoffer over to start dealing with this next unit. Come on, Taylor. Beautiful. I don't like that he's got these fortifications, though. Alright, he's lost 3,000 men. We've lost 2,500. Our morale's down to just 39, though. And another unit just broke. We have to... so did Taylor. We have to be able to roll up his line, because I can't hold forever fighting against these fortifications over here. There you go, Taylor. Way to rally. Well, rallied briefly anyway. I don't know. I still don't know if this is a winnable battle. Just because he's got this strong position here in the center. Who was wounded now? Zollicoffer. Man. He's got this one little pesky cavalry unit sitting down here that's throwing my whole plan off. Only 100 men. Second Virginia has lost almost half their men. They're toast. But we're breaking units on the line. All right, there goes Brown. Perfect. I think we might hang on. It's going to be bloody, but I think we might hang on and win this thing. All right, Zollicoffer, get up there on his flank. Porterfield's starting to rally. Come on, boys. I think we might be able to win this thing. All right, he's up to 4,400 casualties now. If we can manage to win a major victory in Union soil, that would be ideal. His morale's down about where mine is. Man. Theophilus Holmes has a big brigade if we can get those 2,500 men going here. Come on, boys. Yeah, he's up to 5,500 now. We're really starting to press the casualties. Zollicoffer's going to have a problem, though. He's lost a lot of men. This area here is going to be the cornfield of this battle in terms of just the number of casualties in one small area. Oh no, we don't want Lee to advance. That's a bad idea. Let's get Allen's rifles in there. New York Copperheads. Got a perk. Here he comes. It's going to be a major victory if we can win it. He's up to 6,000 casualties now, 30%. We just need to cause a few more units to break. And not lose any more ourselves. Morale's about the same now on both sides. Man, just what a bloodbath this little area is right here. Which is interesting because this is an area that didn't really see casualties in the real battle, because most of the fighting took place over here and then down here, but not a lot up in this area. Just some skirmishing historically. Come on, boys. I think New York Copperheads might end up being our unit that gets the star for this one. They have been in this from the beginning. There we go. It's just a slog, man. We have just had to just slog it out. Because everybody has really held. Alright, there we go. They're breaking. Beautiful. My goodness. Alright, let's take a look at the stats on this one. This is going to be pretty crazy, I think. Combat report. No, condition. Is that what we need? No, we need combat. Here we go. Total victories. Yeah, look at the New York Copperheads. They inflicted 1,700 casualties in this one. First Ringgold Brigade did pretty well too, but I feel like from start to finish, that's what this one's going to be about, is the New York Copperheads. Also want to see casualties. It's pretty well spread out. I mean, Hardy's division took the most, but just barely. Louisiana Tigers, they only lost 281 men. Copperheads lost 819. Yeah, I mean, they were the unit of this one, so they're going to get the battle star. Glorious victory at Hagerstown. The only problem is, of course, the casualties I suffered, and how sustainable is it for me to stay there having lost all of those men. So let's go to the Army of the Shenandoah. We definitely have to replace some commanders that we lost, wounded. Theophilus Holmes was wounded in that one, and they're kind of hard to come by at the moment here right now. Micah Jenkins. Porterfield needs replaced. Did I see Patrick Claiborne in there? I did. Oh, that's Evander Law. Okay, he'll work. All right, we're going to give New York Copperheads their battle star for their performance in that one. And then we got to replace their officer as well. We'll give Munford for now. And then I do want to upgrade these. We don't have any available cavalry weapons. Not in enough stock anyway. All right, so as expected, he sent everybody up here to try and deal with the Army of the Shenandoah. But he did leave a number of units down here to take on the Army of Northern Virginia. Just don't know. I'm going to have to withdraw the Army of the Shenandoah. I mean, there's just no way we can take on that many men with the small of a force as we have. So we got to pull them back if we can into Winchester. I don't know which way they're going to go, though. It looks like they're going to try to withdraw that way. Now the Army of the Tennessee is being hit by the Army of the Mississippi, the Army of the Indiana, and the Army of Michigan. And that's here in southern Kentucky. We'll have to fight that one. Okay, so this one's kind of interesting because he's got just 12,000 men on the field at the moment, but the other two armies are going to arrive any minute now. And I don't know exactly where they're going to arrive, although it looks like it's going to come from behind him somewhere. So we've got one little part of his army out here. The problem is we're not going to be able to hit it and drive it off before the rest of them arrive. So that's really not going to do us a lot of good, except that we can kind of divide and conquer, so to speak. And the objective is on this side of the river, so that helps. Here come the other armies arriving now. He's going to try to escape away from me as quickly as he can. Well, unfortunately, Whiting got there first, and so he's getting lit up by these other brigades because he was so far out in front. And that does happen sometimes. I mean, that's exactly what happened to the 1st Texas at Antietam in the cornfield. They advanced way out in front of the rest of their brigade, and they just got slaughtered. We're going to try and keep our lines as small as possible here. I'm going to bring up these guns and hopefully start shelling him as best I can. And we're going to grab the objective while we're at it. Okay, casualty-wise, pretty even so far. Again, he's got a major advantage in morale. Even higher than the last battle. He's at 70 and I'm at 50. We do have to be careful because there are more armies coming. Let's get these guns up here on this hill. Okay, now we should have, hopefully, a firepower advantage here. We took the objective. Got the Hungarian Impalers here. Ransom's brigade. Bass's boys here. I am worried about them a little bit because they're going to take some major casualties here. I'm trying to bring help over as quickly as I can. Alright, let's turn lane just so we're covering this bridge. There we go. That helps. Alright, that's okay. Bass's boys, that was a concern I had because he was taking so much firepower in one spot there. But we can move the Tennessee Home Guard right into that spot. No, not short range. I wanted long range. Alright, let's get Deering up here so he can get some cover. Bring Van Dorn up to the railroad. None of this is going to win the battle, though. I mean, I could drive off this whole army and that won't matter because there are more armies coming. But it's a good start, and then we're going to have to redeploy for the next phase of the battle. Alright, and here he comes. Right down that road here. All I've got is the 29th Tennessee to hold the bridge. That's not a lot. Whiting's brigade's in bad shape. I don't know how much help they're going to be. Actually, let's send Scurry up there, and we'll put Whiting over here. Who else do we have that's in decent enough shape? Bourbon Rebels haven't been tested yet. Let's send them over there. And then let's send some artillery. No, you can't go that way. Stop, 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 stop. All right, Lane, what can you do? Hang on. Scurry's on his way to help. We'll start sending some artillery up there. Got a small force of cavalry we can send over there. Let's go after these guns. Okay, his attack on the bridge has commenced. Not a lot of daylight left. The Walker County Rangers over here. 29 Tennessee is going to have to hold, though. I sent Whiting up here to help out, but he's actually going to go hold the line elsewhere. All right, Blanchard, let's send you over this way. Come on, boys, hold. Walker County Rangers are getting fired on from multiple sides. That's not going to help. Gotta try and turn their flank. Alright, there's the end of the day. Oh, the worst possible thing that could have happened. It redeployed me. It pushed back my line, so now I can't hold the bridge or the objective, which is ridiculous. That was such an important part of my battlefield strategy here, and now I've got to pull the whole army back. Not sure if I can win now. We've inflicted a lot of casualties, though. Alright, so here's where we're dug in. I do have plenty of artillery over on the right now because I expect that's where the main attack's going to come. We are going to have to hold on the left, though, too, because he's hitting me pretty strongly there. We just need to drive off a few units because we've got about a 2-to-1 advantage in terms of the casualties inflicted. His morale is about to drop below ours for the first time. Just got to hold places like right here where Jones, the Tennessee Home Guard, they're right at the center of the whole thing. Alright, here comes a big attack right here on the right. I think we've got the advantage right now, not only because we've got artillery support, but we've got the numbers. Taking a lot of casualties on this side, though. Let's shift Pender over. Tennessee Tuxedos. Alright, he's up to 8,000 casualties. This should be another major victory as long as we can hang on and win it. Two distinct battles. I feel like my right isn't going to be a problem. I'm a little worried about my left. I'm going to send the Bourbon Rebels over here to back them up. Man, they are just firing, firing, firing. Without a lot of braking going on. We're at that point in the war now where units aren't going to break after taking a couple hundred casualties. Alright, we broke 2 of his brigades on our left. He's extending the line on the right, though. Oh, Van Dorn's going to break. He's lost over 50%. I've got no reserves over here. Might have sent too much support to that side and not enough over here. Morale's about the same now on both sides. Man, these battles are going to get increasingly bloody as we go along. Oh, Ruhr Valley Brigade's taking heavy casualties too. They're down under 1,000 men. Walker County Rangers are under 1,000 men now. Orphan Brigade's down to around 1,000 men. Tennessee Home Guard's taking major casualties. They're under 1,000 men. Most of my brigades are down to like a third strength now. Wow. This is nuts. Nobody will break. Whew. This is just a perfect situation like what happened in the real war where, I mean, I'm winning battles, but I just can't sustain the casualties. I can't keep losing men like this. Yep, there goes another brigade. Need Anderson to get into place quickly. Pender's losing men now, the Tennessee Tuxedos. Ugh. This is brutal. It's shifting to a defeat now, even though I'm inflicting heavy casualties. I just can't take the losses. Ugh. Yep. Our morale dropped too low. Wow, that was brutal. Held the line, but couldn't hold the battle. So in the end, we inflicted 12,000 casualties. We lost 7,500, but that's a third of our army. Oh, that's brutal. That's really brutal. Okay, so as we're wrapping up this episode today, I mean, I've got no choice but to start sending some of these units to go replenish, and then try to replace them with new recruit units in the meantime. I mean, like Tennessee Home Guard's down to 647 men. You know, I can't keep taking losses like that. So when units get under 1,000 men, and it's not like it used to be where I can drag one of these new units in to replenish those ones. I mean, I have to send them to replenish. And that's going to be a major hit to my available forces right now. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up right there. Long way to go. Sending a bunch of units home to replenish while we wait for some new recruits. So I think in another month or so, our army is going to be in a much better place than it is right now. But in the meantime, we've got to withstand whatever he throws at me, which is going to be quite a bit. We're probably going to have to pull the army of Tennessee back to Nashville. I'm going to hold this army here for now. I am sending the Western Army, which is going to number 32,000 before too long. I'm going to send them up to make a push into Western Kentucky toward Columbus. See if we can't draw these armies over that way so that maybe we can then send the Trans-Mississippi Theater to go threaten his armies over here, though that looks like some pretty substantial numbers over there altogether. But we'll see. Let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below, and we'll be back again soon with another episode. Thanks for watching.